Ladies and gentlemen, how are you today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my company Tour and Travel, I wish you selamat pagi dan selamat datang di Bali. That is our common greeting, which means good morning and welcome to Bali. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Marcella and I'm your guide today, and I'm very pleased to accompany your tour today. Taman Mumbul are becoming interesting places in Bali. One that should not be missed is Pura Taman Mumbul Sangeh. This temple becomes a place of Hindu Balinese worship as well as the location of the stopover of tourists who come from the farthest parts of the world. To introduce Balinese culture in this public, Pura Taman Mumbul Sangeh is designed to accompany the existence of Ulun Mumbul Temple. In this Mumbul Park, you will find a green area. There is also a fish pond that increasingly add to the view of the temple more beautiful. Visiting the Mumbul Park, you will find two different sections. In the south, there is a large temple. This is Pura Ulun Mumbul. At the front of this temple, there is not large fish pond. The atmosphere is becoming more beautiful with the expanse of green grass growing on the ground around the temple. Taman Mumbul Sangeh Temple is very sacred for the people of Sangeh village because it is used as a procession of monastery ceremony. There is Panchar Solace, which is a stream of water to make a bridge. And if you seek the silent atmosphere and away from the hustle and bustle of the city, so visiting Mumbul Park can be an alternative choice of tourism. Its location is far from the highway and the natural beauty is very suitable for a good photo hunting place in Bali. It is free of charge to enter Taman Mumbul area. Okay, so the second destination is the Ulun Danu Beratan Bedugul tourism attraction in Candi Kuning village. Baturiti district, Tabanan, Bali, has always been the target of tourists. Pura Ulun Danu was built in adoration of the goddess Danu. Danu in the Balinese tongue means lake, while the goddess Danu is queen of water, lakes, and rivers. The temple complex consists of 4 sacred buildings. Lake Beratan is the second largest lake in Bedugul village. The tourists who visit Ulun Danu Beratan Temple was found for interesting and Instagrammable photo spots because Ulun Danu Beratan Temple is a very famous temple on the island of Bali. When the lake water rises, Ulun Danu Beratan Temple will look like floating on the water. And of course, this is the main attraction of Ulun Danu Beratan Temple. Okay, so the third destination is Handara Iconic Gate. The pathway to serenity. If you come to Handara Golf and Resort, you must prepare your camera to take pictures of your every single moment you spend there. It has become a famous Instagrammable spot in Bali. It is a popular landmark for tourists who seek for one of Bali's top Instagrammable icons to have some iconic picture for your social media and make wonderful picture in front of Handara Gate. With the breathtaking width of green scenery and gigantic exotic traditional Balinese gate as your backdrop. You also can pamper your eyes with the amazing green surrounding beautiful scenery and the amazing background of smoky green hills between the gates that creates a perfect picture of your Bali holiday. The fourth destination is Sekumpul Waterfall. Sekumpul Waterfall is known as the best waterfall in Bali. There is a mecca of waterfalls in the northern region of Bali to be explored, and Sukumbul Waterfall is one of them. The twin falls of Sukumbul Waterfall gushes down a whopping total of 80 meters before it reaches the rock pool at the base of Sukumbul Waterfalls. Continue to traverse through the forest until you reach a set of steep steps that will lead you to shallow streams that you will have to follow. Folly is the landscape of photographer's dream. Although it can be quite difficult to get a good photo of the falls from down and in the basin, as the business way is wild and resistant. And the last destination is Wonogiri selfie spot. One of the better alternatives to the original Bali trip, Wonogiri offers huge view over the Bratan Lake. It's a truly beautiful place. Wonogiri Hidden Hills is one of the new selfie parks that are popping up all over the globe. However, it was really the original location in Bali, and undoubtedly offers the best value, and everyone's there to take shots. Once you've paid your entrance fee and you are ushered into the park and can take your pick of the different installations. And all of the installations face out to the twin lakes, such as Tamlingan Lakes and Buyan Lake, with Mount Lesung and Mount Bakarutu in the background, which give you absolutely beautifully scenic shots.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Yusta. So now I would like to tell you the other Instagrammable objects in Bali. The first is Lempuyang Luhur Temple. This temple is located in Karangasem district, approximately 2 hours away from Denpasar. The location of the temple is on the top of Lempuyang Hill, side by side with Mount Agung, which is very sturdy standing. The scenery is very Instagrammable, which is good to capture and very unique. There are several versions that mention the existence and history of Lempuyang Luhur Temple. The name Lempuyang comes from the word Lam means lake and Hyang means destination for God. So that means the holy lake of God is brightly lit, as well as its location on the east side of the island of Bali, which is the beginning of the rising sun which illuminates life on earth. According to the Set Kayangan temple in Bali, the eastern position is Dewa Iswara with Vajra weapons, white symbol in the form of light to provide illumination. The origin of the name Lempuyang is that mentioned that Lempuyang is a type of plant used for cooking ingredients or spices. It is also related to the name of Bajra that are around Lempuyang Luhur Temple, using the names of these plant types such as Banjar Gamongan and Bangli. There is also a mention of the story of the name Lempuyang derived from the words empu, or interpreted as guarding, and is related to source that states that Hyang Pasupati sent his 3 sons to protect Bali Dwipa from all shock and natural disaster so that the island of Bali can be stable. Pura Set Kayangan Lempuyang Luhur has its own uniqueness, such as the purity of nature, especially forest areas untouched, so that the beauty of the valley. As well as the coast of East Bali looks amazing. Tropical trees flourish, suitable to become the lungs of the island of the gods. Pura Penataran Agung Lempuyang in Karangasem, Bali has been a popular place to strike a pose at its Instagram worthy gate in front of the pristine pool of water that reflect the sky above it. So beautiful, the spot has been dubbed the Gates of Heaven. Still in the highest gate of the Lempuyang Temple in Bali, you can also join the gates which has the title of Heaven Gate. In these gates, you can see the amazing natural beauty before inviting evening. Mount Agung, which is quite close, can be seen very clearly. Become a beautiful natural background for photos in Pura Lempuyang. Portraits at the photo are spread about to make tourists intend to become to Lempuyang Temple. Lahangan Sweet, the land now called Lahangan Sweet, was ancient now as a barren and dry area. In the dry season, this area feels very hot, only a few plants are able to grow. In the rainy season, the scenery changes to look very beautiful. Lahangan Sweet is beautiful hill to offers breathtaking views. The activity can be done here. You can see the panorama of the sunrise and sunset. And you can also get view of Mount Agung, Mount Rinjani, and Amet Beach, and you can also take a picture. Tirta Ganga. Tirta Ganga literally means water from the Ganges River, which is a tribute to the Balinese Hindu community. This name refers to the water palace which was built in 1948 by the King Karangasem, Anak Agung Anglurah Ketut Karangasem Agung. However, this name is also used to refer to areas that include water palace and the surrounding fertile countryside. The Tirta Ganga water palace is a maze of ponds and fountains surrounded by lush garden and statue. This 1 hectare complex was built in 1946 by the late Raja Karangasem, but was almost completely destroyed by the eruption of Mount Agung in 1963. Tirta Ganga has a uniqueness that is different from other tourist attractions. With the concept of a water park, this carried almost no tourist attraction that can be equivalent to Tirta Ganga. The number of ponds, crystal clear water, and beautiful scenery are other unique things that attract tourism. In addition, Tirta Ganga is located at the foot of Mount Agung, which has cool air and calming natural atmosphere. You can take a selfie with the background of the statue in the pool so that it looks more character. And activities can be done in Tirta Ganga. You can take a selfie with the background of the statue in the pool, enjoy the view, and swimming. Okay, that's all from me. Enjoy your day and thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Tretma Tour and Travel, I'm your guide during your trip today. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Haldi, and our driver here, his name is Mr. Wayan. Alright, so now we arrive at GWK, Garuda Wisnu Kencana. This tourist attraction was the largest cultural park in Bali, which is located approximately 40 kilometers from the city of Denpasar in Ungasan village, Bukit Jimbaran. giant statue of God Vishnu who was riding Garuda is a landmark of Bali. The area Garuda Wisnu Kencana Cultural Park is located at a height of 146 meters above the ground and 263 feet above the sea level. And this statue is the third highest statue in the world. The material of this statue was made of copper metal and brass metal. And the building under this big statue is a big boulder. The name of Garuda Wisnu Kencana comes from the names of existing figures, namely Garuda and Wisnu, while Kencana means gold because the throne where Garuda birth statue and Lord Wisnu stand is coated with gold. This 240 hectare area is usually used for traditional art performance such as kecak dance, barong dance, dream field, and others. Just a giant statue of God Vishnu who was riding Garuda that you can only see in this tourist attraction. There is more that you can see like Lotus Pond, Garuda Plaza, Wisnu Plaza, Indra Loka, and Street Theater and Tirtha. I will give you 45 minutes to explore this tourist attraction, and I will be waiting you here, and after that we will gather here again. Then see you later. Well, ladies and gentlemen, so now we are visiting Suluban Beach, which is located in the southwestern tip of the Bukit Panisula in Uluwatu. And it will be a bit tiresome as we are going to walk down a couple of stairs, so it's better to bring your water and your camera to take a picture in this tourist attraction. Tourists do not know the real name of this beach. They usually call this beach as Blue Point Beach because above this beach there is a hotel called Blue Point Hotel. So to make it easier to remember, people call this beach as a Blue Point Beach following the name of the hotel. But actually the real name of this beach is Suluban Beach. The name of Suluban Beach comes from the Balinese word Suluban. It's mean masulub or walking past something above a human's head.
And if we should die tonight, we should all die together. Raise a glass.
Well, the reason why it's called masulub because when we walk through the beach, we will pass through a fairly high cliff. And the cliff looks like an alley, and you have to pass this alley to reach the Suluban Beach in Uluwatu. The cliff is very big. As you can see next to you, like above you, there is a big cliff, and it looks like a cave. Well, famous for its high wave. As you can see, many tourists bring their surfboard here because they believe that this beach have a beautiful wave and big wave and good for surfing. Well, if you are coming here for surfing, you better come here when it's high tide. But if you want to come here to enjoy the white sand and looks around, it's better come here when it's low tide, so you can more easier explore this beach. After this, I will give you 45 minutes to explore this beach, and I will waiting you here. Then we will get you here and process to the next trip.
Too close to the flame, calling out Father, road, hold fast and we will watch the flames burn over on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky. I see fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the tree. I see fire.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Puja. So now I would like to tell you the other Instagrammable object in Bali. The first is Uluwatu Temple. I'm gonna tell you about the history of Uluwatu Temple. Inscription mention that Uluwatu Temple was instigated by Empu Kuturan. A Majapahit monk was also credited for the establishment of several other cave temples in Bali. A holy priest from Eastern Java, Danghyang Dwijendra, then caused Uluwatu Temple to be the endpoint of his spiritual journey. Legends say that Danghyang Dwijendra was the architect of Uluwatu Temple and several other temples in Bali, Lombok, as well as Sumbawa. Uluwatu Temple, or Pura Luhur Uluwatu, is renowned for its magnificent location. As one of the 6 temples considered to be Bali's spiritual pillar. And then, one of the tourist attractions here is Pura Luhur Uluwatu. Pura Luhur Uluwatu is definitely one of the top places in Bali for witnessing a delightful sunset with direct view overlooking the beautiful waves of the Indian Ocean and daily kecak dance performance held at an amphitheater nearby. Balinese architecture, traditionally designed gateway, and ancient sculpture all add to Uluwatu Temple appeal. The next destination is Karangboma Cliff. Karangboma Cliff is one of the most scenic and incredible Uluwatu cliff top viewpoint in Bali. If you visit at sunset, you will be sure to witness one of the most beautiful sunsets ever. Karangboma Cliff is definitely an up and coming game, so be sure to visit before it's become full of tourists. You may wonder how to get there, so now I'm going to tell you about it. Karangboma Cliff is located in the south of Uluwatu. Just around the corner from Nyang Nyang Beach, Karangboma Cliff has become a super famous sunset spot in Bali. It's around an hour drive from Canggu and 2 hours from Ubud on a good day. There are signs on the main road pointing to the turning for Karangboma. Simply follow the map until you hit the site and head through the buses to get there. The best part of this cliffside retreat location is how far south it is. This view makes for the perfect end to a day out in Uluwatu. Sitting on the west side of the peninsula, the sunset view from here simply unbelievable. With the high temperature and strong sunshine in the south of Bali, visiting this spot is not recommended during the day. Instead, you should check out some of the local beaches chill out at the bar, and visit the other area of interest around Uluwatu before winding your day down here. We recommend arriving at the Karangboma Cliff roughly an hour before the sun is due to set. This will give you plenty of time to find your way here, set up and enjoy the view with the golden hour sunlight. Okay, that's all from me. I hope you enjoy this tour and of course my service. Thank you.